going on, everybody? Mountain Mike here. Appreciate you joining me, checking in, see what's going on the mountain. Well, today you may be wondering, what's all the fuss? Well, so I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to do my sawmill foundation, and just so happens I went to a buddy's house the other day, and he had this monstrosity to give to me. And you're saying, well, what is that? So that's a 8-foot mobile home trailer, or mobile home foundation that was in a tornado, and it's got a few bends and twists in it, and it ain't right, but it's a good foundation for the sawmill. I figure if I can get it into my spot, you know, once leveled up, I can put a floor on it and put the sawmill on top of it. I think it'll make a good foundation and a good spot for the sawmill for years to come. I can build a roof over that structure, a permanent location for my sawmill. We're going to try to get this thing out of this hole. It's kind of stuck between some trees. It's long. This thing's from tongue to the back of the axles back there where I cut it. It's 40 foot, so whatever was hanging off, which is about another 10 or 15 feet, I'm not sure, we just cut it up to the top part and then folded it over so I could haul it home. I strapped it down, and I'm going to cut that part off and build something else on that. You take what you can get. It's not ideal, but you know, out here it will make a fine foundation for the sawmill, and like I said, I'll be able to build a roof structure over it and make a nice house for the sawmill, and that's what we need to protect the longevity of the sawmill, and we definitely want to do that. So let's see if we can get this thing out of the hole. So we finally got it on there. I think we worked up a sweat. Now we got to get it down to a spot, cut a couple of trees. Well, it's going to be interesting, and take the tractor and push it around into the place I want. But we're going to get it as close as we can and see how that goes. So here we are at the entrance to the sawmill site, and I just have 2 little trees that are holding me up. I'm gonna go rake around those, clean them up. So I'm gonna cut them as close to the ground as I can, so they're not an obstacle in the future that we have to worry about. Not that I'm too worried, because pine stumps, they rot fairly quickly. It's just what the doctor ordered. It's very timely that all of a sudden my buddy has this mobile home frame that he needs to get rid of, and I'm there, and you know, just how things work out. And you know, it's like, oh, you know, why would you want that big rusty piece of twisted up junk, you know? And well, you make do. That's why. I could build one out of wood, but I got to set the sawmill up, I got a mill, and I got to build. And this just saves me a lot of time and effort, and it's going to be there for a long time. So I think this makes sense. I could make it work, you know, and that's what a mountain man does. He makes it work. Okay, got my tree saw down, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and save it. It's not a bad little tree, so I'm gonna go get my tape measure and go ahead and measure this up. It looks to me, it looks like I'll get about 8 foot out of this thicker portion before it thins down right about here. Now we have a straight butt cut in rough cut lumber. So 8.3, 10.3, I believe we're going to go 8.3. Alright, now we have 2 sawable logs. They won't make much, but they'll make something they can go towards a project or making money, you know. We're going to get this sawing done, get this tree out of the way, and then we're going to work on getting this big behemoth up in this spot. Whew! Let's just get it done. Okay, well, I got it up in my spot. I was able to push it around with my tractor. Now I can get my old truck out of the way, which is stuck right now, or was. I think this is going to work out. As long as I can get that frame halfway squared up, I don't see why this won't work out wonderfully. So it looks like we're on the right track. Things are going right. Not as fast as I'd like, but this is progress. I get this thing where I want it in the next day or two. I'll be ready to put a floor on it. I got a little bit of wood. I think I got enough to put me some floor on it. Probably not a whole floor. But that'll get my mill going. I can get it up there. And then we can refine everything else as we go. Well, thanks for joining me. I'm Mountain Mike, out on the mountain. And I appreciate you checking in and seeing my project. And if you want to see what else is going on, stay tuned for my next videos. I'll be getting to the rest of that Norwood sawmill assembly real soon. And I know a bunch of you are looking forward to that. We'll see you next time.